My name is Chris Daboul. I'm the founder of Esperlux. I'm coming to you from Dubai Watch Week, this amazing show that Ahmed Siddiqui and Sons and the Siddiqui family has organized. Joining me is Ming Thein of Ming Watches.
Great to be here.
Great to see you.
Thanks for having us on the show.
How are you? How's your show going?
It's been crazy. I mean, it's been very, very, very intense because it's like every 5 minutes somebody comes by, and then you've got people you know, people you don't know, and people you haven't seen in 5 years, and it's pretty cool. Nice energy. It's the first big show we've done. In fact, it's the first show we've done. Period. So we don't quite know what to expect.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we brought out the big guns.
That's great.
Yeah.
Take us through the first piece that we have here.
Okay, so the first thing we have here is a rose gold Monopusher chronograph that uses the THA caliber developed originally by Joan Flageolet and Holter for Cartier in the late 90s, I want to say. A lot of those were bought out, or the remaining stock was bought out by La Joux Perret. We landed up taking a good chunk of those. They were eboches that were basically unfinished, and we effectively redid everything. They were not very interesting movements at the start. But basically it's got new bridges, it's got refinished levers, it's got refinished plates. It's obviously been fully serviced and brought up to modern spec. On the other side, we are using also a solid rose gold guilloche dial. Another one of our friends makes this for us, Mr. Voutilainen. It's not a traditional...
No big deal in artisan.
No, not at all. It's not a traditional guilloche, so because the pattern that we wanted was too deep to be made on a traditional rose engine. So actually we went to CNC for this. And I think you'll agree that it really works because you can see it's quite alive. The dial looks like it's got snake scales.
Yeah.
I also use that opportunity to use a tracking path for the tool that's not circular. So that's one of the constraints of a rose engine. It's in regular spiral. On top of that, we've got our trademark sapphire dial with ceramic luminous material. Basically, every marking you see on this watch is luminous. So everything that's white glows in the dark.
That's awesome.
And this is really cool because there's so much luminous material loaded in the indices that actually it shines through the dial onto the guilloche, and you see that at night too. It's kind of interesting because we've never had that effect before. We've never had a dial material that's so reflective that the light comes back off it.
It's a very interesting way to combine a traditional dial, traditional way of engraving dial, right, with your kind of contemporary aesthetic,
and under certain angles we get that whole inversion thing where basically the guilloche disappears and it just looks like a silver mirror. I don't know if we can see that under this light.
You can a little bit in certain angles, but here
it's really cool, huh?
Yeah, very cool.
And that's one of the things I feel that keeps the design of the watch very alive, in the sense that if you've owned this piece for a while, you always have something new to discover, and it's not going to get boring.
How many pieces in the rose gold?
So we're doing 20 of these, and that's all of the movements we have left.
Okay.
Price is 48,000 francs. I think they're about half gone. They're more than half gone at the moment.
And you did only rose gold?
Well, we did titanium as well for our anniversary.
That's right.
That's got a different dial.
That's right.
And it's a lot lighter.
Yeah.
It's a very different watch conceptually, actually.
Yeah. I like that you combine the guilloche with a sort of a precious metal. It gives it more of a traditional feel.
Well, it's our first precious metal watch, so I thought we'd just go all the way, right? So it's gold, totally. And it has that brightness to it, which I kind of like.
All right.
Right.
Let's go
to
to something that is super cool that I had the pleasure of seeing a couple of weeks ago.
Okay. So since you guys are the last ones to film, we will take it out of its protective casing because it's had to survive, at this point, Dubai Watch Week and our whole US tour. This is probably the world's lightest mechanical watch. We did it in two versions. There's an automatic and a manual. The manual comes in at 8.8 grams head weight. The automatic is absolutely lardy and heavy. It's 10.8. And then we also have a matching set of straps to go with it that basically range between about 1.6 grams, including the buckle, all the way up to about 7 or 8 because it's rubber.
So all in, you're basically sub 13, sub 12 grams.
We're sub 11 on the lightest configuration, basically. Awesome. And there's a lot of fairly extreme engineering that goes on with this guy. So the one that we have here is the automatic, and you can see that there is a pulsing star in the middle. The reason there's a pulsing star in the middle is because without it, you are not entirely sure you've been given a movement. It's kind of surreal.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of engineering optimization that's gone into this case. It's made from AZ31 magnesium, which is an alloy of magnesium, aluminium, silicon, manganese, vanadium. Maybe one or two other things. There's probably salt and pepper in there as well to season. It's treated with a plasma electrolytic oxidation coating, which basically prevents it from oxidizing and rusting, corroding, which is a common problem with magnesium.
Yeah.
It makes the case chemically inert. And then on top of that, we put another layer of protective epoxy. So basically, it's doubly protected. We've also done effectively 4 years of material testing with this, and that's basically evaluating materials for reactivity, for corrosion, for mechanical strength, for machinability, and we're pretty confident that you can just wear this as a normal everyday watch.
Phenomenal. May I?
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. One of the
Oh my God.
that's the automatic one. So if you give it a shake, you can actually feel the recoil of the rotor, and it's not a big
This
rotor.
is wild. It's really funny going from the rose gold to this.
I should sell both as a cognitive dissonance set.
It's a great
I'll make the same one in tantalum.
yeah.
That would be
Brilliant stuff, man. Thank you. Thank you for showing us these incredible pieces.
My pleasure.
Really appreciate you coming on.
Thanks, Chris.
This is the last one.
All right.
For us.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the last one for you
me
also.
as well. Yeah.
So
yeah.
thank you for joining us. It's the last one.
Thanks, guys.
Stay tuned for no more upcoming content, but everything else that's to come from Esper Lux. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Peace out from Dubai. Ma salama. Thank you, Ming. Take care, guys.
Good night.